Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a beginner's makeup kit video. I've been wanting to do this video for quite a while, but I don't know why I got sidetracked. But anyway, we are here now. So I have this full basket of products ready in front of me to show you guys. And I've made sure that all of the products are affordable because I know when you're a beginner, you don't want to spend 4,000 on a foundation and so on other products. So I've kept most of this affordable. All of this is pretty much affordable. So you can go out and build your makeup kit and decide whether you like makeup or not and make your mistakes and learn from them. And drugstore makeup can be just as good as high-end makeup. Of course, there are some products that are totally worth the money, totally worth the 3,000 rupee price tag. But when you're starting out, I suggest you invest in cheaper items and discover the world of makeup. So I'm going to show you the products in the order of how I would apply them onto my face. So the first thing that I apply whenever I'm doing my makeup is a moisturizer. You want to apply a good moisturizer, otherwise your foundation will not sit well on your skin. It'll hold on to dry patches, and even if you're oily, you want to make sure that you apply a moisturizer that suits your skin type. The one that I have been loving currently is the PAC Makeup Moisture Lotion. I'm almost addicted to this stuff. I don't remember the last time I did my makeup without this. Ever since I have this is pretty much gone. I need to get a new one. I absolutely love it. I feel like it's good for all skin types. If you're really oily, you want to use a small amount. If you're dry, you can use a larger amount of it and then build it into your skin and let it sit for a while. You also want to use an eye cream because the under eye area is one of the most sensitive areas of your face. It doesn't have natural oil secretion, so it gets dry, and if you apply a lot of high coverage concealer under your eyes without moisturizing it properly, it can end up looking really cakey and crusty. So I suggest applying a nice hydrating eye cream. The one that I absolutely love is Borolin. It's probably in my room right now. I don't have it right now in this room to show you, but everybody knows what Borolin looks like. It's cheap and it's absolutely amazing. It does the job. But if you want to invest into a proper eye cream, then you can definitely go ahead and do that. After you let the moisturizer sink into your skin for about 5 minutes, you want to move on to primer. For primer, I have two favorites. One of them is for oily skin and one of them is for dry skin. So if you have oily skin, you probably have slightly larger pores and you want to make sure that your T-zone, most of us have oily T-zones, so you want to make sure that your T-zone stays matte and oil free. The one that I absolutely love for that is the PAC Pore Primer. This totally fills in your pores, gives you a very smooth look and also mattifies your face and makes your makeup last longer. But if you're dry, you want to make sure that you're using a primer that is hydrating. It's not going to totally cover up your pores, but it's still going to be hydrating and your foundation will have something to stick to and it's going to make your makeup last longer. So the one that I love is by Office. I got this from an Instagram page called Online Makeup Store India. I'm going to leave the links to all of these products in the description box below. You can see where you can buy all of these products in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. But I love this primer for dry skin. It feels very hydrating and it does make my makeup last longer. Now that we're primed and poreless, we want to move on to foundation, and the one that I would suggest you get is the Maybelline Fit Me because it's so inexpensive and it totally does the job. I would suggest you get two foundations, one that has a sheer to medium coverage that you can build up to a medium coverage and one that has full coverage. This one for me is a medium coverage foundation. If you use a brush to buff it really well into your skin, you can make it sheer coverage, but it does have medium coverage on its own. It says matte and poreless. It's definitely not mattifying. I feel like it's very skin-like. It's very natural. I don't think it's hydrating. I don't think it's mattifying. I feel like it's good for all skin types. But I feel like it's a wonderful foundation, especially for the price. It's only 525 rupees. A full coverage foundation that I would suggest is the Revlon Colorstay. I wonder why people have stopped talking about this because it's still one of the best drugstore full coverage foundations, and it comes in two skin type variants. It comes in normal to oily and it also comes in dry skin variant. So there are two variants, for oily skin and for dry skin. The one that I use is for normal to dry skin. I do have combo to oily skin, but I still prefer luminous foundations because I believe in the theory that if you strip your skin of all the moisture and all the oils, and if you use too many mattifying products, your skin is going to counteract and produce even more oil. So I prefer using hydrating things on my face and luminizing foundations, and that way my makeup always lasts pretty good. So it lasts so long, it's gonna give you a full coverage, and it's just one of the best foundations at the drugstore. Now that you have your foundation on, you want to move on to concealer. A foundation is meant to even out your skin tone and make sure most of the imperfections on your face are covered. But once you've applied your foundation, you may have some spots peeking through, you may still have under eye circles peeking through. So for that you need a concealer that is one shade lighter than your skin tone, and you can apply that concealer in your under eye. Don't go 2 or 3 shades lighter because then it's going to look ashy. Just go a shade lighter and use it in your under eye area to brighten your under eye area up. The one that I love is by Maybelline Fit Me. It's hydrating, it's brightening, it's medium coverage, great for every day. To cover up any acne and scars, you want to use a concealer that matches your skin tone exactly. You don't want to use a concealer that is 1 or 2 shades lighter than your skin tone because then the spot is just going to be highlighted. You want to use a concealer that is the same exact shade as your skin tone or the same exact shade as your foundation, so it camouflages into your face. So the one that I like is by LA Girl. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I also like this for the under eye area. I just use a shade lighter for my under eye area, and to cover up any pimples and scars, I use the shade that is the same shade as my skin or the same shade as my foundation. Now that most of your base is set, you want to move on to powder, and you want to make sure everything sticks and holds in place. You have to set your makeup with powder. Even if you have dry skin, just use a light dusting of powder, but make sure you set your face with powder because it's so hot in India right now. If you go out without using a powder, you are going to get creases in your concealer. Your makeup is going to melt off. A powder is just going to do that much more to keep your makeup in place and to make sure you look fresh throughout the day. And it's also a great tool to touch your makeup up throughout the day. So the one that I have been absolutely loving is by Nykaa. This is their Skin Finish Compact, and I actually have all the shades. The one that I personally use is the shade Rose Beige. This is the shade Warm Honey. It's a little bit darker for my skin tone, but I have it right now over here. The one that I'm currently using is in one of my handbags. So I got this one to show you guys, but this is a great powder, and this has a little bit of coverage. So sometimes when I don't want to use a foundation, I'll just use a concealer under my eyes and around my mouth and make sure my skin tone looks a little bit even, and then I'll go ahead and set my face with this compact, and it'll look kind of flawless and I wouldn't have to wear foundation at all. Now that you've done your base, you want to move on to your eyebrows. Now I know there are a lot of brow products suddenly available in the Indian market. People were just oblivious to brows about a year ago, and now everyone wants happy brows. So I am extremely particular about my eyebrows. If you want to see an eyebrow routine, do let me know, because my eyebrows are always very bold and very filled in. So I have a very specific routine of how I like to do my eyebrows. So if you want to see that, give this video a thumbs up and I'll definitely create a brow routine for you guys. I suggest you just get a dark brown eyeshadow, something like this, and something that's just gonna fill your eyebrows in and cover up any bald spots. So if you have black hair, make sure you use a dark brown kind of eyeshadow to fill in your eyebrows. Don't use black because it's gonna look really stark and unnatural. But if you have medium brown hair, just make sure you use an eyeshadow that is about 1 shade lighter than the roots of your hair. So that is how you get the perfect eyebrow shape. I suggest you get an eyebrow powder. I am so particular about my sleek eyebrow kit. It's not really available in India that easily, but I know L'Oreal has a brow stylist duo kind of thing, and Maybelline has a few eyebrow pencils. I think I have tried the Maybelline Fashion Brow Cream Pencil for the eyebrows, and also L'Oreal has an eyebrow shaper which is a powder duo. My friend has it and I know that she uses it and she really likes it. So I'm going to list it in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. Moving on to eyeshadow. Since you're a beginner, you probably don't want to invest in single eyeshadows and curate your own palette, because that's kind of like a tedious job and it's a little bit difficult to understand when you're just starting out and everything may seem a little bit overwhelming. I suggest you invest in an eyeshadow palette, and I have 2 wonderful palettes for you, and according to me, if you have these 2 palettes, you're pretty much set. Even if you love makeup and you want to try out a lot of different looks, I feel like if you have these 2 palettes, you're pretty much good to go. So the first palette that I absolutely love is the PAC Matte Eyeshadow Palette. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors. It has lots of browns and this black shade over here. So it pretty much covers all of your transition shades and your smoky shades. And I feel like you definitely need matte eyeshadows to blend everything and make everything just look more professional and perfectly blended. So you definitely need matte eyeshadows in your collection, and if you have this palette, you are not going to need quite a lot of matte eyeshadows. If you're just starting out, you're definitely good with this palette. And another palette that I highly recommend is the Victoria Note palette. It's so cute, it looks like a note, and this is how it opens up, and it has lots of beautiful shades in here. So you can see it definitely has a lot of matte eyeshadows as well, but with that PAC Matte Eyeshadow palette, you'll get a lot more smoky shades as well. But I do love this palette so much. The mattes are beautifully pigmented, the shimmers are beautifully pigmented, and there are so many shades in this palette that you can pretty much create tons of different neutral looks with this palette. So yeah, if you have these two palettes, in my opinion, that's all you need. Now we're gonna move on to eyeliners and kajals, and I already know a lot of you wear kajal. I personally am not the kind of girl who likes a lot of kajal in my everyday life because I feel like I would rather have liner on my top lash line than on my lower lash line. I feel like it kind of makes my eyes look small and incomplete. If I have kajal on my lower lash line, I definitely need something on the top to balance it out. But if you're someone who loves wearing kajal on a daily basis, I have this one for you. This is by Plum. It's a brand new one because I finished my old one. It's really nice. It doesn't smudge for a long time, but then that definitely depends on how oily you get, how much you sweat. But for a day-to-day basis, I absolutely love this. It's one of the least smudging kajals out there. So definitely give this a try. For the top lash line, you know how much I love the Sugar Heavy Duty Kohl. Look at this sad little pencil that I have left. I've pretty much sharpened the whole thing. I absolutely love it. It's so smooth. It applies so beautifully on the top lash line. It doesn't tug, it doesn't stretch. It's just perfection for your top lash line, but it smudges on the lower lash line. So I do prefer my Plum Kajal for the lower lash line. But for the top lash line, I love the Sugar one. And to draw my wing and to do a liquid liner, I always recommend this to you guys. This is the Sugar I Told You So liquid liner. It's just so amazing. The tip is precise and pointy. Even if you're a beginner, I feel like you can understand how to draw a winged eyeliner with this. I know winged eyeliner can just seem so hard to do. When I started out on YouTube, I think about 6 or 7 months in, I created a tutorial on how to create a winged eyeliner, and I still totally follow that trick. So if you want to know a wonderful easy trick on how to create a winged eyeliner, I highly recommend you watch that video. I'm gonna link it somewhere over here. It's really old. Please don't judge me. It's quite old. The lighting's bad, the setup is bad, but the trick is the same. So please make sure you watch that. I still follow it to this day. I feel like it's one of my best makeup tricks. After you've applied your eyeshadow and your eyeliner, you want to apply a mascara because nothing is complete without a mascara. A mascara is something that I would apply even if I'm not wearing an eyeliner or eyeshadow, nothing. Mascara is definitely got to be there. So my favorite mascara from the drugstore is Maybelline The Falsies. It has been my favorite for years and years and years. I've probably gone through about 8 or 9 tubes of this, and I highly recommend this. It gets better after like a week of usage once it's a little bit dry. I've even got a new tube and left it open for an hour because it gets dry and then it's a little bit easier to work with. Not like completely dry, but it gets a little bit drier than when you open it the first time. It's really wet. So when it gets a little bit dry, it's really good and it performs beautifully. It lengthens your lashes and it just makes them look unreal. It's one of my favorite mascaras. Now you want to move on to bronzing your face, and unfortunately I have realized that I don't have a lot of drugstore bronzers in my collection. I don't know why. I've actually ordered a few drugstore bronzers, but I know Makeup Revolution has a kit like this where you get a bronzer, a highlight and a blush. This is by Sleek, which unfortunately is not easily available in India, but I know Makeup Revolution has one and Freedom has a really nice matte bronzer. I'm gonna link those in the description box below, but definitely get a bronzer because you need a bronzer to warm up your skin tone and make sure that your face looks three-dimensional, because once you apply a foundation, your concealer, your powder, your face tends to look a lot flatter and it lacks dimension. So you have to apply bronzer on the periphery of your face to bring out your features and to make sure your face is defined. So I highly recommend getting a nice matte bronzer. Make sure it's not shimmery because then it defeats the purpose of creating shadows. And once you've bronzed your face, you want to move on to blush. And for blush, I have one particular blush that I absolutely love. I don't know why I haven't shown this on camera a lot of times, but I really like it and I'm constantly using it off camera. This is the Chambord blush in the shade Desert Rose, and I'm so sorry if it looks battered, but that's because I dropped it and it completely shattered and I reconstructed it with rubbing alcohol. But this is one of my favorite drugstore blushes. I prefer a very natural rosy dusty pinky color that goes with pretty much all makeup looks and all lipstick colors, and you'll never be confused about what blush to wear with what lipstick because this is the kind of blush that goes with pretty much all lipsticks in the world. It's a very beautiful matte dusty pink blush and I highly recommend this. The only thing is that it does have a pretty strong smell, but that doesn't bother me. It doesn't stay on your face and it looks so beautiful and it blends beautifully. So I absolutely love it, and the packaging is also pretty nice. It was my fault that I dropped it, and I dropped it from a great height. Now we've come to my favorite part, which is highlighting. And for my favorite drugstore highlighter, it definitely has to be the PAC Baked Highlighter. I've created a review video on all of the shades available in this range. I'm going to link it somewhere here and you can go and watch it. But I'm also going to leave a link in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. The shade that I love is 02, but I've also been really enjoying 03 recently. And 03 is the one that I'm currently wearing, and you can see I'm glowing. So 03 is also a very beautiful pale gold kind of highlight, great for people who have light skin. If you're more on the dusky side, I suggest you get 05 for a more golden tone highlight and 06 for a more rose goldy pinky kind of highlight. But if you want to know all the highlighters suitable for all skin tones, I've mentioned all of that in my review video of these highlighters. But this is just fantastic. I absolutely love this highlighter. Now coming on to lips, I could definitely create an entire video talking about lipsticks. It's just such an extensive topic. There's so much. There are crayons, there are glosses, there are lipsticks, there are lip liners, there are liquid lipsticks. It's just so much that you'll get confused. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite lip liners, because if you have been watching my videos, then you definitely know that I'm the kind of person who never steps out of the house without a lip liner, and whenever I'm doing my makeup, I always have to use a lip liner. I'm very uncomfortable just applying a lipstick and not applying a lip liner somehow. I have to apply a lip liner because I like to overdraw my lips and make them look a little bit bigger, and that's another reason why I love lip liners so much. So I suggest you get 3 lip liners. You get a nude lip liner, which will go with every lipstick in the world. A nude lip liner, believe it or not, goes with red lipsticks, with pink lipsticks, with orange, with purple, with nudes of course. A nude lip liner is definitely one of the best investments. You also need a red lip liner for your red lipsticks and a beautiful pink lip liner for all your pink lipsticks. You can also use your red lip liner for your orange lipsticks and your nude lip liner for all lipsticks. So I really like the PAC Color Lock lip liners. They're very pigmented. They last really long. They're very creamy and they just feel really nice on the lips. They have 3 amazing nude shades. The one that I'm wearing right now is Beauty Queen, and I have a little bit of the Nykaa Mattelicious Lip Crayon in pink on fleek over top of it. But these are the 3 nude lip liners that I absolutely love. The shade Beauty Queen is the one that I'm currently wearing. So if you're my complexion or if you're lighter than I am, then this is going to look really beautiful on you. But if you're medium and slightly darker than I am, then definitely check both of these out. This is called Plush, which is more pinky, and this is called So Spicy, which is more browny. Both of them are really nice. Okay, so starting from here, the first one is Beauty Queen, the next one is Plush, and then the next one is So Spicy. This one is Forever Fuchsia, and this one is Red Set Go. For lipstick, I definitely suggest you get a nude because everybody needs a nude lipstick. But if you get any of these lip liners, they're pretty much like a lipstick. You won't need a lipstick on top of them because they're so pigmented. But if you want a lipstick, I am going to give you a few suggestions, which is next to impossible for me because I have so many lipsticks. It's hard to pick out my favorite ones. But if you want to know more about all sorts of lipsticks, I have a lot of lip swatch videos on my channel. I'm going to link a playlist somewhere here where I have all of my lip swatch videos. I have liquid lipsticks and bullet lipsticks and crayons and all of that, and glosses and creamy lipsticks and all of that fun stuff. So I'm going to link a playlist over here. Make sure you go and check that out if you want to know more about all sorts of lipsticks available. But for now, a great nude is by Sugar. This is called Peachy Little Liars. They also have a great nude called Breaking Bear, which is good for you if you are medium to dark. Looks like that. Another beautiful nude is the new Sugar Lip Crayon in the shade Princess Peach, I think this is. Yes, this is Princess Peach. Another beautiful nude. This is such a wonderful orange lipstick. This is by the brand Victoria. It looks like that. Don't feel like you need so many lipsticks. You need a nude, a pink, a red, and an orange. And I feel like if you have these 4 lipsticks, you can pretty much just get any look you want, and then you can expand your collection as you get more and more familiar with makeup. This is a red lip crayon by Sugar. This is called Scarlet O'Hara. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Please let me know what you thought in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed it and found it helpful, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It really helps me out and motivates me. If you want to catch all the behind the scenes updates, and if you want to keep up with me on my social media for all the pictures and Insta stories and fun stuff, please follow me on my social media. I'm going to leave the links in the description box below. So make sure you check them out. And I'm going to see you very soon in my next video. Bye bye.